What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another episode of Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Battle Spot Live. This is episode number 6 of Season 2, and it's going to be the final time that we will be using this team. And I think regardless of time, to be honest, we're just going to do 3 battles. I don't care if it takes an hour, because I really just want to use this team some more. I'm loving the Corsola and Hawlucha, Delphox, pretty much everything that we got going on here. So, yeah, as for what the team is, we have Mega Glalie. It's physical. It's got the return and explosion for its main attacks, and then it's also got Ice Shard if it needs priority. We have AV Snorlax, good for Gengars, Thundurus, things like that. Then we have Power Herb Hawlucha, Cobra Berry, Contrary Superior. Not that anybody runs anything but Contrary Superior. And what else? We got Choice Specs Delphox packing the Switcheroo, Flamethrower, Psyshock, and I think Grass Knot is the other move. And then, last but not least, we have Corsola, and I'm just remembering, I forgot to change the item, because last time I changed the item from Leftovers to Shukaberry, because that's what's supposed to be on this set, but then I didn't save it, I just turned it off, so I needed to switch the item again. I didn't do that, so this is Lefty's Corsola for now. After this battle, I will get off of here, and we will switch that. So it's really important for it to be able to take on and at least check things like Dragon Dancers, because that's what the Icy Wind is for, and it can take Earthquakes that a lot of them have, and things like that. Anyway, that's enough babbling about that. The record coming into today, I believe, is 9-4 on the series. We won 3 battles last time, so that is just cool beans. It's got a pretty interesting team here. I like to see the Liepard. That's really cool. They're really annoying to face, especially if it's going to be a swagger nonsense. It's looking like Glalie is going to be a good choice here, because he's got Breloom and he has the Salamence. Yeah, we're probably going to have to bring Glalie. I don't know that I want to lead with it, though. Don't know that I want to do that. Or maybe I do. Maybe I do. I mean, we have to bring Snorlax because of Gengar. I don't think that's Mega Gengar. I think that's going to be Mega Mence. Are we going to lead with Glalie? That's the thing. I know I want to bring it, but I'm not positive that I want to lead with it. We're just going to go with it. We're going to go with it and go from there. If he leads with Gengar, I think we're going to go hard into Snorlax on the first turn, because Gengar can't really touch us. Even Focus Blast doesn't even do half. He is going to lead with the Gengar. Shiny Gengar. I can never tell the difference between Shiny Gengar and regular Gengar. They look exactly the same to me. Like, maybe Shiny is a little bit darker, but it literally looks the same. I don't understand. So we're going hard into Snorlax, as I mentioned, because I am packing the Crunch. And we'll get a good idea on what his set is once we switch in here. I am thinking that he's going to be offensive and not Mega, because I think Salamence is the Mega. I mean, I guess he could be carrying 2, but yeah, he's just going to Willow, okay. Okay, so you're that kind of Gengar. That means he's probably Hex, question mark? Or he could be Hex, which means he could also be like Sub Hex Willow, or it could be Taunt. Either way, this Gengar does not scare me. He can only go for Focus Blast or Sludge Bomb. He's going to stay in. I actually predicted him to switch there by clicking Facade. I thought for sure he was not going to stay in, because he can't really touch me. That was a bad play on my part. Now I'm going to Crunch. I'm going to Crunch, and that should do close to half, even though we are burned. We'll see. We will see. And it does about 45 to 50%. And we get the defense drop. So now he's going to switch. He's going to want to keep this alive. I mean, I know he can just kill me, but I don't. I think he's going to be afraid of Ice Shard. So I am thinking that he's going to switch into something like Salamence. So I'm going to Facade here. I have nothing to lose, because he either kills me or he switches. And he decides to switch. Yes! Yes! He's going to intimidate me. And even though we're burned and at -1, which is like essentially like -3-ish, this is going to do a solid chunk of damage. It does over half, Snorlax, you monster. Holy cannoli, Batman, that did too much. And this is perfect because even though he is very likely Mega, like 99% chance that he's Mega. That's exactly what I wanted because I just needed to get some damage off to be able to put him in Ice Shard range. So this Salamence really is not going to be a threat unless he decides to save it, but he can't switch in Gengar on 2 Ice Shards. So, oh, he's actually special. Okay then. Special Salamence. That's not something that I see too often. They're usually Dragon Dance, but the special is good too. So at this point, we really don't have much of a choice but to go into Glalie. The question is whether or not I want to predict him to switch into whatever his third Pokemon is going to be, or sack Gengar, or if he's going to stay in. And I think what it comes down to is that I can't really afford for him to do anything. I can't really afford to let him stay in with this, because if he Hyper Voices me, that might just be an Oko, to be honest. I'm not sure. I'm not positive. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. As much as I want to, as much as I really think he might switch, it's not as, I mean, because we don't have Snorlax, so Gengar is a bit more reliable. And, well, not reliable, valuable is the word I'm looking for. But he's going to stay in as we get our Mega off, and we're going to be able to Ice Shard this, and that should be an Oko unless he's running quite a bit of, like, defense investment. But he is not. I think that does, like, close to 40%, because it is 4 times super effective. Maybe 35? Yeah, he was definitely within the range there. So I'm happy with how I played that, even though we clicked Facade on that first turn that we were burned, because I thought he was going to switch, and he did not. We got damage off on the Gengar, and we were able to get rid of Mega Salamence, which is fantastic. He's going to go into T-Tar next, and I don't believe I can one-shot this unless I attempt to Explode. And even then, T-Tar is pretty bulky, so I don't know that that is going to kill. And I don't know that going for a return is the best choice here, because I might need to save that Ice Shard for Gengar. Potentially. I'm going to go into Superior here, because whatever he goes for, unless he's like banded, he's not going to Oko me. Like, I don't think Stone Edge one-shots. I don't even think Stone Edge plus Sand one-shots. He's actually going to Superpower, which is a solid choice because that would probably still kill. That did a lot of damage. It would probably still kill, and it has 100% accuracy. So, yeah, I can see that. He actually has the White Herb to restore his defense and attack, which has been unfortunate for me because now I think I have to go for Leaf Storm. If he did not restore his stats, I don't know that he could have killed me the following turn. He also showed off his item, which is good to know. I mean, not that we were afraid of him being Mega or anything, because he had the Salamence, but I'm just going to click Leaf Storm here, and we are going to connect on that, which is lovely, and that does a buttload of damage to a T-Tar in the sand. He is completely offensive. I don't think he has any HP investment, and he actually has the Ice Punch, so I guess it didn't matter. Ice Punch would have killed regardless of the drop, I believe. Although we could have gotten some HP back with Giga Drain. I don't know that it would be enough. So now we get to go out into Glalie, and now we just click Return because we outspeed this. There's no risk of I can't talk. There's no risk of him being Choice Scarf because we saw that item already. So he either has to sack this or Gengar. The play, obviously, to make there is to sack the T-Tar, and now he needs to hope for a critical hit because Sludge Bomb does not kill. Or he has Focus Blast, but he has Will-O-Wisp, so I doubt it. I doubt he doesn't have a Ghost move. Well, I guess he could be Will-O-Wisp, Shadow Ball, Sludge Bomb, Focus Blast, but yeah, I just don't really see Focus Blast on Gengars too often on Battle Spot. So I'm just going to click Return here. Ice Shard doesn't kill, so there's no reason. He's going to go for the Will-O-Wisp, so that's going to be game. That's not going to save him. Maybe it's a roll here, but I'm pretty sure this is just going to kill. And it does. So Gengar is gone, and that's going to be a victory for us. So we're leading off this episode with a victory, and that's pretty solid. Pretty solid. That brings the record to 10-4 on the series. We're getting farther away from 500, which is lovely. I'm going to exit out of here to fix my Corsola's item really quick, and I'm not going to cut this out because it's only going to take maybe a minute or less. That's just going to make it harder to edit, and yeah, so here you go. Some really boring content of me switching items. Where's my Corsola? There we go. Get rid of those lefties. I really hope Corsola picks up another kill in this episode. It was the most exciting part of the week to watch it kill a Swallow from like 80%. Where is my Shuckleberry? There it is. Alrighty. I only have one. Why do I only have one Shuckleberry? I think I might have another one, but somebody else might be holding it. I don't know. I do not know. I feel like I'm getting better at looking at the screen instead of looking at my DS. When I'm rusty when it comes to recording, like, not only does my commentary suffer, but I, like, am looking at my screen, like, off wherever it is, instead of looking at the screen, the gigantic screen that I have right in front of me. I don't know. I don't know. It's just a comfort thing, I think. I have to, like, I have to do it regularly, and then it comes back. I guess it's kind of like competitive battling, you know? If you don't do it for a while, you lose your touch. You start to forget what things do, you start to forget your calcs, and it's just not a good time. Not a good time. We got another Japanese player here, which is kind of interesting because it's like 7 p.m. Why are we just battling a buttload of Japanese players? Not that it matters. Not that it matters. This entire team is Corsola bait. Pretty much, like, other than Thundurus and Gengar, like, Corsola can put in some work against everybody. Everybody. Okay, maybe not. Maybe half the team. Because Blaziken can probably OHKO with a high jump kick. Potentially. I'm not sure. I don't know that calc. That much I know. I don't know if Blaziken will even want to stay out on a Corsola. Because I could have Protect. But, yeah. Yes, we can definitely do things against Rhyperior. We can definitely do things against Kangaskhan. We can definitely do things against Garchomp. So we're going to bring Corsola. The question is whether or not I want to lead with it. Probably going to have to bring Glalie too, I would assume. Serperior also does quite a bit of work. But we're going to have Corsola to handle the Rhyperior, and that would be the main thing that Serperior would be good for. Yeah, Serperior can't do a whole lot to Thundurus. Delphox could be very useful. So could Hawlucha. So you know what? We're going to go with Delphox, Hawlucha, Corsola. Because Hawlucha can one-shot Blaziken. I don't think that's going to be Mega Blaziken. I'm guessing that we're dealing with Mega Kangaskhan. Because nobody tends to use regular Kangaskhan. Unless you're me. So, yeah. We will see what he does here. I feel like my voice is acting weird. I'm really tired because I just have not slept the last couple of nights. I don't know why. I have coffee here, though, so I can be really unprofessional and play Pokemon and drink coffee. Coffee is the only reason I'm still alive. Legitimately. Okay, so we have the perfect matchup here with Delphox and Blaziken. Because we resist the stab, even though our defense isn't too great, we should be able to take any one hit from this. Even an Earthquake, unless he's like Life Orb. But we outspeed, so we'd have to have Protect and Earthquake. So I think we can just click Psyshock here. It actually hits just about all of his team. So I don't think he's going to want to go into something like Rhyperior, because if I have Psychic, that would do a lot. He's going to go into Thundurus. This is going to do over half. He's going to do like 75%. Almost 75%. And he is Citrus Berry. But I believe... it's going to be close. I think it's a roll now. The question is, do I want to get T-Waved? This Corsola is not Refresh. Corsola actually might be the key to this game, especially if he's got Rhyperior or if he's got Garchomp. I should be able to take Earthquakes from both of those, as strange as it is, but that's what the Shuckleberry does. That is the whole point. I think we're going to have to stay in with Delphox here. I don't think we can afford to lose momentum by switching. So we're going to have to hope that we break through the paralysis of the T-Wave here. But that means if we do, Thundurus is gone, which is huge for Corsola. And we do break through. Please get the roll. Please get the roll. Yes. Yes. Alright, Thundurus is gone. That is good news for us. Let's see. Let's see. You're not going to go into Blaziken here. You're going to go into whatever that third Pokemon is. And it's going to be the Garchomp. Actually, I was half expecting the Rhyperior. Figured that might be why he T-Waves. Because he outsped Delphox, so he could have just got damage off. I guess he was just banking on hacks. Or maybe he was thinking I was Scarf. Slow me down for Blaziken. If this were to become a problem. I do not know. Or maybe he thought I was going to switch and he wanted to T-Wave whatever was going to come in. I am fine with that. At this point, I think as much as I don't want to, and as much as Delphox can just one-shot that Blaziken, unless it's Focus Sash, I think we need to sacrifice it here. I don't want to go into Corsola on an Earthquake. We could go into Hawlucha and be cheeky, but I want to get damage off on this first. Because his last Pokemon is... Yeah. I'm going to stay in. I'm going to let him kill Delphox. Yeah, Delphox. What this does is this conditions him to think that I don't have Hawlucha as he gets a crit. That's meaningless whether he's defensive or not. Pretty sure that was just going to be a kill. Conditioning him into thinking that I don't have Hawlucha because the Earthquake was obvious there. And if I had Hawlucha, I would go into it, you would think, to save the Delphox, especially because of Blaziken. So what this allows me to do is to utilize that to my advantage in the following turn, or a later turn. So what I'm going to do here is Icy Wind to lower this thing's speed so that Hawlucha will for sure outspeed, because I'm not running max speed on Hawlucha. It's got a lot of HP investment because it's unburdened. So we're going to Icy Wind here, and that should do a solid chunk. And we should be able to get a decent idea on what this Garchomp is based on the amount of damage we see from this Earthquake. If he switches, that's even better for me, because he won't get the speed boost. He's gonna Earthquake. Let's see. Eat it up, Corsola. Eat it up. I hope you're hungry. I hope you're hungry. That didn't even do half. Oh my goodness. Yes. Corsola, you monster. And you hit the Icy Wind. And that does like 45%. Wow. Wow. Okay, so now, remember what I said about conditioning him into thinking I don't have the Hawlucha. Now we go into Hawlucha as he's going to Earthquake again. And I guarantee you he's going to Earthquake. 101%. Here it comes. There's the Earthquake. There it is. I don't even know if this is offensive. I feel like that did nothing to Corsola. But now we just win. He should not be able to kill me with anything. And he might have to switch into Blaziken here. It could be that he's choiced. That could be Scarf damage. But we're going to outspeed now thanks to Unburden. So as long as we hit Sky Attack, this is over. This is over. Come on. Hit this. Hit this, Hawlucha. I hope you have your glasses. Yes. Yes. Okay. Are you Focus Sash? No, you are not. Blaziken is gone. Maybe he was Life Orb. I don't know. I don't believe he was Mega. Yeah, don't believe he was Mega. Because Kangaskhan would have been the Mega. So now he goes back into Garchomp. Like I said, I'm pretty sure that was Scarf damage. And we can just click High Jump Kick here. I don't believe that Acrobatics is going to be enough. Even though I am max attack adamant, I don't have a boosting item like Life Orb or anything. And he's going to Outrage, probably. Probably, and that will kill Corsola too, even though we get the Regenerator. So we need to hope that this does things. And it kills. Corsola, instrumental in this victory. I love it. I love it. Although, it would have been even better if Corsola could have picked up the kill against Garchomp. That would have been the best thing in the history of best things. But, Corsola putting in work on this team. Not even bad. Not even bad. I was really hoping we were going to run into a freaking Zard X or a Talonflame, since that's what I built it to take on, but That's what happens when you build something to take on something. You will never see it. It'll just fall off the face of the earth. That's how it works, at least in my experience. So, yeah. We're going to look for another battle here in a second, after I get another sip of coffee. You know what? I guess I could have hit the challenge button while I was sipping my coffee so we could actually be looking for a battle. But that would be too easy. That would be too easy. Need to see what time I started recording too. I guess I don't, but I'm curious. I'm curious. We're be out like 20 minutes in, maybe? Something like that. Anywho, we're searching for another battle. I'm just literally wasting your time right now. But you don't mind, do you? You probably do. Probably hate me. Probably hate me. Look, if we win this next battle, our battle spot rating will finally be even. Although it's not even because we've had a bunch of DCs that have caused losses, and we've had a couple of DCs that have caused wins too, so I don't really know. That's why I keep track of my own record for what we're doing on the series, because it's just, it gets all messed up. And then there's also the times where I'm testing things and things like that, and you know, recordings that get interrupted. That does affect the rating as well. Anyway, we got another Garchomp, another Gengar. Is Gengar on every team? My goodness, I'm so happy I have Snorlax. That's why Snorlax has been getting so much action throughout the 3 episodes that we've used his team. It's mostly because of Gengar being on every team. No creativity. No creativity. This is the second time we've seen Ditto too, although the Ditto was not in the last battle. Usually they are Choice Scarf. So that is something to keep in mind. That means that Garchomp is probably something else. Solid chance that the Gengar is Mega. He's got the Rotom Wash, the Contrary Superior, and Klefki, which is really, really annoying. I hate Klefki. Actually, that's not true. I don't hate Klefki. I hate the way people use Klefki. Don't swagger me. Don't T-Wave defensive Pokemon like... You're just doing it because of hacks, and that gets on my nerves like nothing else. Oh, man. It is something. But we have to bring Delphox because I can't beat Klefki otherwise. Well, I guess Snorlax can because we have Earthquake, but who knows how many hits that'll take. We can one-shot Klefki with a Flamethrower if we can break through T-Wave. So that is something. That is something, and I'm bringing the Snorlax, obviously, because of Gengar. He leads with the Gengar, like, freaking Gengar. I like Gengar. I don't really like the design of Gengar, but I like Gengar as a Pokemon. Not liking how often we're seeing it here, though. It's a bit much. And I'm assuming this is going to be Mega. I don't think he had any other potential Megas other than Garchomp, and nobody uses Mega Garchomp. I should use Mega Garchomp. I should make like a special Mega Garchomp and bring it to Battle Spot. Because it's fun. Oh my goodness, it is so much fun to be bad. Okay, so we're going to crunch this thing. He's going to go for the substitute. I don't know what set this is. He's not Mega. Or he is, and he's just not Mega-ing for some reason. I really don't have any reason not to just crunch here. Because he can't touch me. The most he can do is Willow, and it still does about like 40% to standard Gengar spread, unless he has a lot of HP. We could switch, predicting a Willow, try to get a cheeky switch into Delphox, but Gengar outspeeds, so that really doesn't do a whole bunch. I mean, we could try to bluff the Scarf, but it's not worth it. I'm just going to crunch again as he goes for the Destiny Bond, and this should probably kill. So it looks like this is going to be a double down, as it does. So Snorlax is going to go down, but the main reason I brought it was for Gengar. This would be a lot worse if I did not bring Delphox, because then I would probably just lose to Klefki. But, yeah, especially because Glalie does not have Earthquake. So what I'm going to do is go into Delphox here, I think. I feel like Delphox is the better choice. Because if he does have Klefki, and he goes into it here, I lose all kinds of momentum if I go into Glalie. Yeah, he does go with the Klefki. Kind of had a feeling that was coming. Just, I don't know. I had a feeling. So now we just click Flamethrower. I don't believe it matters what his spread is, if he's specially defensive or whatever. He's probably either going to just switch or T-Wave. I resist his stab moves. He could try to swagger me. He could predict a switcheroo and try to sub, which would be bad. So I'm not going to switcheroo. Yeah, he does sub. That's not going to work, my friend. You're going to have to, like, pull some of your shenanigans. You're going to have to T-Wave me and go from there. We shall see what happens. We shall see. He's going to show the leftovers here, and we're just going to Flamethrower. We are just going to Flamethrower. He's going to T-Wave. Figured that was going to be coming. So now our Delphox is slowed down, but if we can get off this Flamethrower, which we do, that is a dead Klefki. This is going exceptionally well. We can still lose, obviously, depending on what this last Pokemon is going to be. For example, if it is like Ditto, we could be in trouble. Crap, I should not have said that. Why did I jinx it? Because I don't have Earthquake on Glalie. And it doesn't matter because he's just going to lock himself into Flamethrower with the Choice Scarf. And even if he wasn't Choice Scarf, it doesn't matter because Delphox outspeeds Glalie even after the Mega Evolution by a few points. So that is a problem. And I'm pretty sure like Ice Shard does 15-ish%. So we would need to get off quite a few hits here. Yeah, he's going to lock himself into the Flamethrower. My Flamethrower is actually going to be doing more damage, provided we actually get to attack through the paralysis, which we do this time. You know, Choice Specs allows us to do a little bit more damage, which is nice. If we get another Flamethrower off, he might be within range of a roll on Ice Shard. Potentially. We'll have to see. Maybe if we get kind of like a high-ish roll here. If we get a crit, definitely. I don't think a crit kills from there. But then we win because this Delphox obviously does not have priority. We know what his moves are. He's going to go for Psyshock this time, so he is not Choice Scarf. What? That's unfortunate because that does more damage than Flamethrower does because it hits us on our much weaker physical defense. And we break through again. That's like 3 times in a row breaking through, getting off Flamethrowers. Or maybe 4? No, 3 times. 3 times. He's going to go for Psyshock again. And we're going to survive that. Can we break through? We break through again! I don't think I've ever broken through that many times. And it just kills. Pretty sure that was a roll there. But we just needed to get that Flamethrower off. Like, it didn't really matter whether it killed or not because Ice Shard was going to kill. What was his item? Did he show it? I missed it if he did. I definitely missed. Because I was just set on him having Choice Scarf because that's what every Ditto has. I don't know what else he would run. What other viable item is there for Ditto? Is there any? Is there any? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you can't run Specs or Band. But anyway, that is going to bring our record to what? We won 3 battles. We started off at 9 and 4. So we are 12 and 4 now. We started off the series like really just hovering around the 500 mark, and we've kind of just taken off the last couple of episodes, won a bunch in a row. And I don't know if we even lost once with this team. Did we? Maybe once. We got a lot of victories with this team. Anyway, that's going to be it for this time. I hope you guys enjoyed. Next time we'll be back with a fresh team. If you enjoyed, make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment. And I will see you all next time. But until then, game on!